also in technology. And a certain young man who also had a dream of touching the world in the tech space decided to do a project which was going to connect everybody in the world onto a stage. At the time, his focus was just his school. So, like most of us would do, we would tell our friends and family to come listen to our plan. And truly, he invited 9 people, 7 showed up, and 7 said they'll show up, 5 showed up, in fact.
Charlie,
And after he had broken
the
down
real
the
glass in
story, I may
yeah,
have to
yeah.
mute you, Frederick. After he had broken down the story to the 5 people, 3 of them decided to do the project with him. And the 2 who decided to do the project with him, are multimillionaires with him now, 2 decades down the line with him. You have had the privilege of being invited to see another of such, and you have the chance to listen to what is on the blueprint and make the decision. This is how Facebook started, by the way. This is how Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook. He was just a university student who had a brilliant idea to connect the world and to connect his campus and end up connecting the world. The truth is, on the Forbes now, the other 2 friends who partnered him are multimillionaires with him. And just because they said yes at the beginning of it. So you have the chance to also listen out. This gets more interesting as it gets in. And at a point, I would invite you to make a decision for yourself, whether you can see the vision of where this is going. I won't be doing this alone. We are actually very fortunate to have one of the board members of this organization on the call with us today. Towards the end of it, I would get him to tell you why he partnered this. He is a Ghanaian, because mostly when you hear of project starts and people want to know who are those behind it and what is it about, is it even real? Just keep an open mind this morning with me and let's jump into the conversation immediately. So my name is Dr. Dorothy Hansen, and it's a pleasure to have you join us this morning. For you to be here on a Saturday morning means your heart is looking for something, and I hope this is the answer to the prayer that you said at the end of last year, that God should help you to do something more, because we all have passions to achieve big dreams in our lives. I don't know what your dreams are. This younger generation, their dreams are way bigger than we can even anticipate. And if you're going to stick and stay to the end, I hope at the end of the conversation, you can see that your dreams can really come to pass. Whichever dreams you have right now, I would say go and dream again, because they are pretty much small. If they are not scaring you yet, they are too small. So go dream again. And I'm going to show you how those dreams are going to come to pass if you're going to stick and stay. So you're welcome once again. I've not seen any names in the chat yet, but I can see some names on the call. So you're all warmly welcome. I see Dr. Kweku Ohinyasari, who is a board member. I'll introduce him at the right time. Dreammate, I like your name. Frederick, John, Kofi, Jonathan, it's good to see you here. Richie, you're welcome. Prosper, you're welcome. Some of the strategic partners and leaders of this project are already here, and it's a good time to spend with you guys. So what is this about? You can see on your screen, guys, it's time to turn your dreams into reality. I can't even say this any softer, because now more than ever, it's easy for ordinary people to turn their dreams into reality. I mean, ordinary people are becoming multimillionaires in the world because our world has changed. The work world has changed. And there's no way you can have a smartphone in our world and not be earning incomes from your phone. I mean, that is just a misnomer, because since the internet happened, the work economy of the world has moved from the 9 to 5 to leverages and strategic partnerships. And interestingly, much more is being made from leverages and partnerships than the 9 to 5 that you're doing. So whatever dream you have, whether it is building your own home and living in the space that you want to live in, the way you want it, or you want to travel the world and see the beauty of creation, or have the number of children you want to have, not that the one that your salary can afford, or you're preparing for that time when you are not working again. Because believe me, everybody will get to age 60, where the society has planned for you to stop work. But how are you preparing for that? How are you preparing for the time after that? How are you preparing for the children and the legacy you are leaving for those behind you? This is the conversation we are going to have. You're going to be hearing me say, got back up throughout, and I'll explain to you why GotBackup is turning dreams into reality. So let's get into it. So GotBackup is here to empower everybody. Everybody who has a smartphone, everybody who has a laptop, everybody who has a dream, every organization who intends to keep their things secure, their data, Data in terms of documents, photos, videos. Everybody has some, and its loss comes with a lot of things. But beyond it, turning the effort you put into the work that you do into something that is more productive to you in our time now has become much easier. GotBackup is here to help everybody turn their dreams into reality. What are they offering? They're offering you something that is already in existence, but they are the newest kid on the block, offering something that nobody else is offering. And I'm going to get into it as we go on. It offers you, one, a secure cloud storage space, and two, an opportunity to partake in a lucrative strategic partnership program, which is unique to the space where they are in. So who are those behind it? I'm running through so we can finish early. Who are those behind it? People always ask, who birthed this organization? Who birthed this service? GotBackup is a product. It is a service owned by an organization which is about 28 years old called Global Virtual Opportunities. Global Virtual Opportunities is a multi-million-dollar software development company which started in Gatineau, Quebec, Canada in 1997. They were into producing servers that organizations put their data on. In that time, data was something of organizational thing. I mean, individuals didn't have personal data. When you talk about information and service, it was companies. GotBackup was in the business of building servers and providing more than storage solutions, but other internet services, and they've been at it for the past 28 years. They started in Gatineau, Quebec, Canada. But 10 years later, 10 years into the business, they moved into Texas. Texas, why? Because the fiber optics are better there, because of the vision of where data storage was going, because of the expanse happening in the data storage space. And they own their 10,000 square feet data center, which you can see on the screen. At first we used to store our data on diskettes, and we migrated from diskettes to CD-ROMs and DVDs, and then the pen drives came. It was so good to own a pen drive then. I mean, a pen drive of, 128 MB was special. I mean, what is 128 MB nowadays? Then pen drives grew up to all the way 64 gigabytes. But there was still a problem. Then the external hard drive came in. But this still didn't solve the data storage problem because people were still losing their information. Because for a CD, just a scratch and you can get your data. For a pen drive or an external hard drive, it could get lost, it could get damaged, it could get virus, and then data is still lost. So the future of data storage moved to the cloud space. And I'm sure by now you know some of the services being offered in that space. The future of data storage is in the cloud. GotBackup, after its 28 years of experience with the vision of digital storage, they birthed GotBackup. I mean, Global Virtual Opportunities birthed GotBackup. GotBackup is a little over 2-year-old service. It's the newest kid, and it's offering something that nobody else is offering in that space, and it invites you to be part of it. It's backed by a solid group of technical people, the CEO himself, Mr. Joe Therian, and his wife, Eugenia Antanova, and then the chief operations officer, Mr. Mike Potsbin. These guys were here in Ghana with us a couple of months ago, just in November here, I don't know whether you have seen the CEO of maybe Google Drive or OneDrive or WeDrive. This is the CEO of a cloud service like that. And they came to Ghana because of what magic was happening with this project in Ghana, and it's been launched. So we've already missed that boat, and this is your best chance to hear about it, so you can jump on the boat and be part of it. So it's not being backed by small people sitting somewhere who don't know what to do. These are people with the technical expertise behind it. And it gets even better. People on the support end, on the software end, whichever end needed to make this work, there are people there to make GotBackup stand. GotBackup has a board of directors. A company that intends to survive needs the wisdom of different people from different walks of life to make it survive. And GotBackup has a board. If you're looking on the screen, you see a Ghanaian on the board. Yes, there is a Ghanaian on this board. Reason why I have surety of this, because he's not just a Ghanaian on the board. This is a professor in 4 universities across the world. In fact, 2 in the UK, 1 in South Africa, 1 in Ghana. I actually had the privilege of sitting under his tutelage. And towards the end of this, you get the privilege of hearing from him and why he's on the board and what's coming on this project. So it's not backed by small people. There are real people behind it. This is the physical location of GotBackup. Mostly when you see projects are online, people think they are being run in people's rooms. The people may not have the real solid equipment and stuff to do it. GotBackup is not like that. They actually have a data center. When they say storage of data on clouds, people think it's hanging in the skies. Let me give you the privilege of seeing what happens in a data center, what happens in the infrastructure for a data storage. And give me just 2 minutes to play this video so you get a tour of what is happening inside GotBackup's data center. This was done by our CEO himself, and you get the privilege of seeing what a data center looks like. Give me a minute, please. Okay, so here we go.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure and how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're going to do is we're going to take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I want to explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm going to code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So a couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect of security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security. It's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if God forbid a bomb dropped on this building, a hurricane came in, whatever, a flood, which statistically is impossible, but if it did happen, we also back up all of your cloud data to a third-party data center just in case something ever happened to this building. And again, it's never happened, but you just never know, right?
Welcome.
Right. So that's the data center of global virtual opportunities. That's where the storage of your data goes. So I'm going to get into what is GotBackup offering now that you know who's behind it, and then you know where they are located and how their infrastructure looks like. So why are we talking about cloud storage today at all? There's a new oil in our time. It's no longer the oil that was drilled in our fathers and our grandfathers' time. The new oil in our time is data. Data in terms of photos, videos, documents, files, music. All of this is data that we are generating at an unprecedented rate. Stats say we generate over 402 million terabytes of data every single day. A terabyte is 1,000 gigs. So you can add 3 more zeros to the 402 million. That takes you into trillions of data generated every single day. And from where these devices that we own, I bet you have 1 or 2. Perhaps you can put how many you have in the chat. That's what we're using to generate all this data in the world, all from our social media interactions on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on, I don't know, schooling is happening online, banking is happening online, shopping is happening online. Everything is on those virtual spaces. And all of that generates so much data. The problem is, where is all of that is it going to be stored? In this time when we are talking about AI runs on stored data. The data that is generated must be stored, and then AI can process it and use it for our good. Where is it going to be stored? There are boundless opportunity in digital storage now, because the data being generated supersedes the storage services being provided. And GotBackup is the newest kid in that space, and it's offering you a service that is more than just the storage part. In fact, let me just get to it. So there's opportunities in digital storage because there's so much being generated. The number of providers in the world is not even up to 20 providers for digital storage. GotBackup is one of them, and it trumps them all. So people are switching to use GotBackup service, and I'm going to show you how. GotBackup is leveraging on 2 trends, 2 massive global trends. The first one, there are over 15 billion smartphones in the world. Since I started this presentations and talking about GotBackup, I realized that in Ghana, an average adult Ghanaian has 2 mobile phones. So the phones in Ghana are more than the human beings in Ghana. It's the same reflection across the world, because the world is about 8 billion people now, and the smartphones are over 15 billion smartphones in the world. And it's all being used to produce and store data. Now more than ever, it's not enough to have a smartphone without having a backup for your phone, because all the things that we generate outstrip the space that is provided by our phones. Previously, to catch up on the space, that your phone came with a memory card slot. Now, no phone comes to the memory card slot because data storage has moved to the cloud now. And for something that has growth market and high demand, financial success is attached to it. That's why everybody doing something related to the phone is succeeding. That's why multimillionaires are being made in technology now, all because of this trend. And also because of how we have become addicted to our phones. I believe the first thing you picked up after your prayers this morning was your smartphone. And to add to it, that was the last thing you dropped before you slept. It has become something that we cannot do without. This week, one of my friends got to work without his phone. Well, he kind of survived without it. Just yesterday, a friend of mine left her phone at home. She was devastated because there was so much happening on the phone. This person will call me, this person will call me. And now we use the phone for more than just calls. It's being used for every other thing. Your alarm clock is there. Your banking is there. In fact, now you can leave your wallet at home and you'll be fine. If you leave your phone at home, you will not be fine. Some people's money is just on their phones, and we've all become addicted to it in different respects. And I hope you're looking on the screen. You might find some stats that currently relates to you. The one that blows my mind is the number of people who use their phones in their washrooms. Over 75% of people use their phones in the washroom. And people spend more time there scrolling and browsing. And they'll sit there till their legs get numb. And they remember, oh, they're even done with business there. That is how we have become addicted. That's how the phone is controlling our lives. And as we're using it to collect data over and over and over again, we take them to all the risky places. It's at the poolside. It's just on the table waiting to fall down. But they are so delicate. That's why when you buy your phone first, the next thing you buy is phone case. And quickly you buy a phone screen because you protect the outside of your phone. What about the inside? Are you also securing what is inside your phone? the magnitude at which we are creating data, surprisingly, that's the same magnitude at which data loss is happening. Amazingly, over 45% of cell phone users have accidentally damaged their phone and lost their data. 45%, almost 50%, perhaps I'll even say more. And it's always an accident. Sometimes when it happens, you can think of, I'll get a new phone. You can always get a new phone. But what about the things on the phone? Will you get it back? That's the kind of peace of mind GotBackup brings to the picture. Or perhaps you may have seen any of these storage full things on your phone. Device full. If you're an iCloud user, storage full. And there are two decisions you have to make at this point in time. Either you delete precious things you wish you would never touch to create more space, or you upgrade. Which one are you upgrading to? One that gives you more space that looks into your future, or one that gives you just a little space to fill up very soon, sooner than you think. Stat also says about 5,700 screens are cracked every single hour. I'm sure by now you also have some cracks on your phone. If it hits so badly, it could actually destroy the whole screen. And if it's a Samsung screen, I cry for you, because the cost of that screen could actually buy another phone. So people are looking for solutions. Solutions that no matter what happens to your device, your laptop, your tablet, your phone, you should be able to get your information back, even if you don't get your phone back, because you can always get a new phone. GotBackup is one of the unique solutions that is being offered. There are other solutions. It's not the newest, it's not the only solution on the market, but people are switching to use GotBackup because of something unique GotBackup is offering. Other solutions, iCloud, Dropbox, Google Drive, they are there. In fact, iCloud has over 1 million users, 1 billion users across the world. Google Drive is about, I think, 2 billion users across the world. Dropbox is doing about 750 or so million users across the world. But these people are switching to use GotBackup. Why are they switching? Let me jump into it. GotBackup gives something that beats them all. Let's start from the size of storage space that you need. So currently on annual subscription, cloud storage is either monthly or annual subscriptions. The annual subscription gives you a better deal than the monthly subscriptions. Annual subscriptions, you can get some waivers. So most people go for annual subscriptions. And even on annual subscription, I've listed my competitors on the screen. They give you a 2 terabyte space on annual subscription. That is 2,000 gigabytes of space. GotBackup already starts its annual subscription with 3 times the space, a 6 terabyte space. So it beats them already in space. So for annual subscription, GotBackup does a 6 TB. The others do a 2 TB. But they also offer 6 TB. So let's compare that with what GotBackup is doing. For the same 6 terabyte of space, iCloud is charging you for 6 users almost over $400 for 6 terabytes of space. Dropbox almost $350. Google Drive about the same. And it's about 3 times what GotBackup is offering for the same 6 terabytes of space and for 6 users. For 6 users and 6 terabytes of space, GotBackup is offering it at $99.97 per annum. It's unbelievable. Almost $100 per annum. And it's space you can share with 5 other people. So you can partition the space with 5 other people who don't have to pay for the space you have paid for. Each user will get their own username and their own password. Nobody will share the space with any other person. That's how the service of GotBackup is. 6 terabytes, 6 users for $100 per annum. Already you can see it beats what the competitors are offering. Because if you're an iCloud user, for instance, you know that this is unbeatable value for money. I have 2 iPhones, by the way. This just trumped everything that iCloud was asking me to do. Because at the point where my 256 gig phone was told it was full, my iCloud was 200 GB full, but my 56 space was still pending there. And I was being asked to buy more space, about $120 for 2 terabytes of space. And then I met this amazing service called GotBackup, which was giving me 6 terabytes of space, which works on multiple operating systems. I'm going to jump into it. But before that, people will be asking, the price is down, so maybe they have compromised on something. Security. Everybody who sees a lower price than expected, you have the right to ask, is the security equal to what I'm using? Let me prove it to you. GotBackup has the same level of security. If you watch the video I played, as Amazon, as Google, as any of the tech giants that you are comfortable with. It's called the AES, Advanced Encryption Standard 256-bit military grade encryption security. This is the highest level of security you get in data storage. It's called the military grade because that's the same level of security that the US military uses for their data. In the world of encryption, by the way, nobody has been able to hack a 128-bit encrypted service or chat platform, you name it. GotBackup gives you 2 times that. So it's $100 per annum with the same level of security and a bigger space. And it gets even better because GotBackup works on multiple operating systems. Whether you are using a Windows laptop, a MacBook, whether you're using an iPhone or an Android run device, GotBackup works on it. So it doesn't limit you like Apple does with its iCloud. So I have a Windows laptop and I have iPhones. Of course, I prefer Windows than the MacBook. It's quite complicated for me. So how else would I be able to back up my laptop if I don't use the MacBook? And I believe many of us are in that space because I was speaking to a friend last week and all his information is on his external hard drive. I asked them, if it gets corrupted, how will you get your data back? That was a big question for him because he didn't know how to store, how else he was going to get it back. A GotBackup gives you a big space that backs up every device and every data asset you have so that no matter what happens to your device, your data is safe. On laptops, it does something that no other cloud service does. GotBackup works on iPads, laptops, mobile devices. On laptops, it backs up to the C drive of your machine, the operating system of your machine. It literally clones your machine so that if your laptop should crash right now, and by the way, that's hourly incremental backups once you are connected to the internet service. If your laptop should crash right now, you should be able to, you get every single thing back. And it's not a story being told. I've experienced it because my laptop crashed some time ago on a Sunday night. My children were downloading a cartoon from a very dangerous website, which actually hacked my whole system. And for the first time, after panicking for a while, of course, that's the natural first response. I just had to log into my husband's laptop and there my stuff were backed up to the last hour. I mean, that's peace of mind. Those are stories you don't hear commonly. But if you're on GotBackup, that's the kind of peace of mind you have with your data assets. So your laptop is secure, your phones are secure, your tablets are secure. It works on multiple operating systems. It's the same security. So if you're using iCloud or Google Drive and you've never asked about their security, you don't have a problem with GotBackup because it's the same level of security. But then there's still more. GotBackup has the same advanced plugin and even better, like you have on the Google Drive, which allows you to work on a Word document and a PowerPoint document. GotBackup has that and even more. It has speech to type. So if you don't feel like typing and want to talk to your PC to type for you, you can do that. It has the AI system that can read the document back to you. So if you're busy doing something else and you just can listen, you can have that. It has translate. You can translate to any language of your choice. You can translate from English to Spanish, Spanish to Chinese, Chinese to Chi to Hausa. I don't know which other language they cannot translate, all on cloud. So if you're working with people who speak a different language or you are working from do multinational work and you need to translate a document, you can just do it live on GotBackup. There's something that freaks me about GotBackup, the co-editing part, where people can work across nations, across time zones on the same document in real time. So it's not like you have to send a document for the person to edit and send to you. It's so efficient for people who are teaching and people who are doing research, especially when they have to work on a document, because as you edit on one side, you can live see it happening here. All of this part of your data storage space that you purchase for just $100 per annum at the same level of security with a bigger cloud storage space. I told you this service beats every other cloud storage service in the market currently. And there's even more. GotBackup. Okay, I think I summarized this slide already, but let me just go over it. The fact that we are doing 3 times the space, 6 accounts that works on multiple operating systems for just $100 per annum. It gets better. GotBackup has an email system attached to it. I see some questions coming in. You kindly keep them coming. I would address them at the end of this. All right. It has an email system attached to it. So you can send bulk emails, personalized emails. You can actually even automate the email. So if you want to send your customers, your teachers, your PTA, a Val's Day message now, you can automate it, write the email, load the emails into your system already, send the email, set it for 14th of February. On 14th of February, 7 a.m., that's the time you want to send it. The system will do it for you. You don't have to wait till that time to do it. And everybody will receive the emails in their name using the algorithm that has been put in the system. This is how much extra charges for this. GotBackup doesn't charge you for this. It's just $0 per annum. It's part of the service that you purchased. But it keeps getting more exciting with GotBackup because I think I've spoken about the security. They are PCI compliant, by the way, which means the payment card industry compliance, means whichever credit card you use, your card is safe with them. You don't lose your card with them. They are the only organization that gives you a 30-day money-back guarantee. And in fact, people have gotten on GotBackup and have never left because of the peace of mind they get on that space. This is the mantra. Never ever. That's habit of deleting to create more space. I hope you didn't do last December. If you did, this is your time to change that habit. You don't need to delete your precious memories ever to create more memories. Now you have a secure backup beyond your phone. So you can keep storing more memories, more documents, and 98% of the work is done for you. GotBackup will organize your documents into the folders, the years, the months. You don't have to do that yourself. The system will do that for you already. And it's taking over the world. It's just started a little over 2 years ago. And in that time, it has actually reached over 164 countries in the world already. The whole world is 195 countries. GotBackup is in 164. We are painting the globe blue. Country Ghana got on it 3 months after the service was launched. And you think 3 months in, we should get in as maybe country number 20-something or 40-something. Well, 82 countries had already taken the lead on GotBackup because people were already looking for a service like this that can give them more space at a reasonable price rate with flexibility of operating systems, which you don't get with the others. Now in 164 countries, GotBackup is taking over the world. There's more to it because this organization offers other tools that make you efficient online. If you are positioning yourself for visibility online, if you are not online as a product provider, or if you are not on social media yet, you are missing out. This is just free advice because even Facebook, let me just tell you, Facebook has already started paying people for creating content on Facebook. Because the consumers have become so much, we need to incentivize content producers. And GotBackup, Facebook has already started doing that. So if you're not on social media, you're missing out. This is free advice. You can get on social media after this. But GotBackup gives you tools that make you very efficient on social media, more visible, more efficient. These tools, I wanted to zoom into it, but time is going fast. We can talk about this on the project because these are things that you will not get at the price point they are offering. For instance, let me use the testimonial generator, for instance. If you're a business that people just know you for the service you're providing and you're finding a way to reach out to more people, this era we buy on reviews. So if you need reviews, it's your customers that can give you review. Testimonial generator allows you to get your customers to give you real-time video reviews, which you can put on your status, on your platform. People come, they interact with your page, they get people's feedback, and they can make a decision to work with you or not. This is just one of them. All of this comes at an extra cost if you had to get it individually. It'll cost you more than $1,700 for a year. GotBackup has waived it to as low as $500 per year one time, and then I think $200 on the annual subscription. But as a member of GotBackup, if you want to go pro, GotBackup further waves off the $500 one-time setup and just allows you to do the subscription fee. This is just unbeatable value for money. Anything to make you efficient, GotBackup is there for you. But I'm going to jump into a second part of it, the second trend GotBackup leverages on. This side is not compulsory. Perhaps all you want to do is to back up your data and secure your space. But if you started the year with the dream, the desire to make more income, to expand your income nets, because January is not yet done, but you are spent. You can't wait for the next salary, which is already budgeted before coming. GotBackup has something for you, and this is where it gets more exciting because I'm going to show you some stats. But before then, let me play a video that explains the uniqueness and the timeliness of this project. And then I'll come back and explain to you how this system works. So give me a minute, just watch this video. I'll play it over twice. Kindly pay attention to every single word that comes out of it. And then we'll jump into the next segment. Give me a minute, please.
To the digital age, where data is the new oil, fueling an unprecedented economic revolution. Every click, every transaction, every piece of data we generate powers the world's economy. Just like oil powered the last century, Digital storage will drive the next one. Digital storage isn't just a resource, it's a strategic asset, an economic driver. With data doubling every 2 years, the demand for cloud storage solutions is exploding. Now is your chance to partner with a leader in this space. Imagine aligning with a company that's not just keeping up with the digital storage revolution, but leading it. From innovative cloud storage solutions to cutting-edge data management, GotBackup is at the forefront, ready to scale new heights with partners who share their vision. Partner with us, and together, we'll unlock the potential for growth, innovation, and success. Cloud storage, the new oil of our time. Let's fuel the future together. The digital age. Welcome to the digital age, where data is the new oil, fueling an unprecedented economic revolution. Every click, every transaction, every piece of data we generate powers the world's economy. Just like oil powered the last century, digital storage will drive the next one. Digital storage isn't just a resource, it's a strategic asset, an economic driver. With data doubling every 2 years, the demand for cloud storage solutions is exploding. Now is your chance to partner with a leader in this space. Imagine aligning with a company that's not just keeping up with the digital storage revolution, but leading it. From innovative cloud storage solutions to cutting-edge data management, GotBackup is at the forefront, ready to scale new heights with partners who share their vision. Partner with us, and together, we'll unlock the potential for growth, innovation, and success. Cloud storage, the new oil of our time. Let's fuel the future together.
So cloud storage, this is not a story. Cloud storage is the new oil of our time. Let's get to the stats and then we can get into, so you can understand where I'm coming from and why this is so timely and why you should thank the person who invited you to this call for the opportunity he gave you to this. Because we are all contributing to a very big pie. If you're paying small, you're paying big, or if not, you start paying, you're going to start at a point in time very soon. The cloud storage market is growing astronomically. And these are stats from statista.com, who takes information about what's happening on that space. And then Yahoo Finance, I mean, the projections they are making. Cloud storage, let me not go to start from cloud storage. Let me start from the perspective I'm coming from. There's a quote that changes everything when I start this conversation. And the quote goes like, a slice of something big is worth more than all of something small. A slice of something big is worth more than all of something small. The people we are seeing in the tech world who are giants, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, let me use Bill Gates also. They don't fully own the things that you think that they own. For instance, Jeff Bezos only owns 13% of Amazon, 13% of Amazon. Elon Musk just owns 9% of Tesla. Bill Gates still blows my mind because he still owns less than 2% of Microsoft, yet he's a multi-millionaire as we speak. Just a slice of something big is worth more than all of something small. A slice of a watermelon is worth more than all of a grape. The cloud industry is projected to be trillions of USDs in the next 10 years. I don't know which industry you work in. No matter what industry you work in, you work on a smartphone or a laptop, you store information, you are going to be a participant in growing this industry. Are you only going to be a witness, or you're going to be someone who strategically partners this and leverages? Because this is the economy we live in now is one of leverages and partnerships. And when it comes to tech and AI, either you are leveraging it or you have skills in it. Many of us don't have skills in it. The next opportunity we have is to leverage it. Because the projection that was made in 2025 was that at the end of 2025, the cloud storage market was going to generate about $165 billion. Before the end of last year, the projection changed. The 165 had actually more than doubled to over $400 billion for 2025. At the end of 2025, guess what? They ended the year with $766 billion being generated on cloud storage services, on devices like this, because you and I are contributing to it. But it gets more wild, the projections, because the next 10 years, from this year 2025 to the next year 2035, is going to generate as much as $3.5 trillion. $1 trillion. And guess how many companies are going to be doing this? They are less than 20. Global virtual opportunities with its cloud service GotBackup is one of them. And they invite you to be a strategic partner on this project. I have already said this is not compulsory, but if you're someone who has vision and you intend to be part of something that is big, that I can't see an end to, because this will only end when the laptop and the phones disappear. That's only when this partnership will end, because it's just going to keep growing. And over the next 10 years, if you cannot see your salary getting into 4 digits in the USDs and more than what you are doing right now, then I'll say you stick and stay and see how this partnership can turn those dreams into reality. Because sometimes it's not about the money, it's about the impact, it's about the children you have, it's about the people whose lives are hooked to you, it's the people who are looking up to you, it's about your own dreams, and it's about more than just you when you become the person who is able to impact people's lives. And GotBackup gives you a vehicle to those dreams. And let me jump into how $120 partnering GotBackup's project turns your dreams into reality. It is the only cloud storage service currently that pays you. It's the only cloud storage service that has a strategic partnership plan attached to it in this big space. It's the only one that allows you to take a slice of this billion-dollar industry. So it welcomes you to be part of it. And this is how you can get started with GotBackup. You could just purchase the service of GotBackup for the $99.97 I spoke about, the $100, just get the service. But I would advise you to top it up with $20 and be part of the project. The project is mind-blowing. For just $120, I'm going to show you how that turns into $500 a week, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month. And people are earning this right here in Ghana on this strategic partnership and all over the world. And you have the privilege of being here this morning to hear about it too. And you have the chance to make a decision like one of Mark Zuckerberg's friends, whether you're going to be part of the 2 or the 3 who said this does not work. But you have a decision to make. This is how GotBackup pays you. It pays you in 7 amazing ways. I'm going to talk about just 2 of them, just so we can finish in time. The customer acquisition bonus. What does it mean? Customer acquisition bonus. GotBackup is on a mission to reach the world with their service. Many people think it's only about iCloud and Google Drive and Dropbox for storing data. But there is GotBackup, which gives you more than what the others are offering. And GotBackup invites you to be part of a strategic partnership program. How does it do that? It says, I'm not looking for tech giants. I'm looking for just my ordinary users, people who want to back up their phones, their laptop. They don't want to lose their data. And they have a dream to expand their income. I'm willing to pay them in USDs wherever they are in the world. So GotBackup says, if you refer my service to even one person, just one person on the family pack, I'm going to give you $50. I'll split the subscription fee with you, 50-50. You take 50, I take 50. $50 for each person you refer to their service. So 50. How many friends do you think you could help secure their data with GotBackup's cloud service in a week, in a month? Let's say you decide to do 4 friends in a week. That's $200 for that week. Say you do 1 person every single day of the month. That's 50 times 30. That's 1,500 USD that month. I mean, 1,500 USD is even good money in the States. How much more here in Ghana, where you can leverage on an exchange rate? That's about 15,000 for sitting at one place and helping someone to store their data. No delivery, no shipment, nothing. This is a mobile app which is available on Google Play Store, Apple App Store. The person downloads it wherever they are in the world, not even in Ghana alone, and you get paid right here in Ghana. This is what you get on the customer acquisition for the family pack. GotBackup has enterprise solutions where they give more than 6 terabytes of space to organizations who need more than the 6 TB. And you can get 20 accounts on it. Okay, you can get 20 separate accounts on it. And it's the cheapest for 20 TB in the world now. My friend does another service which he pays $400 a month. $400 a month for less than 20 terabytes of space. I told him about GotBackup, and GotBackup is doing 20 terabytes for $600 a year. That's about $60 a month, looking at the plus or minus. And GotBackup gives you 25% of that. That's about $150 for that recommendation. So you could be making combinations of $50 and $150, however you want to make it. On the Pro Pack, It comes with $200 per person you subscribe onto the Pro Pack, but we'll talk about that in extension later. So this is customer acquisition bonus. There are additional bonuses. Customer acquisition bonus, you can cash out every Friday, depending on how you work. So you see, sometimes it's not about the price, it's about the value of what you are getting. You start a project with $120 per annum. Just in a week, you could be in profit mode. Just in a month, you can be in profit mode. I don't know which business I sit in Ghana here. You can start with $120 and be in profit mode in the shortest time than this. But this is leverage, and this is strategic partnership on a tech project with $1 billion prospect. This is how we start GotBackup, and this is just one of the bonuses you can earn with GotBackup. But there's more. There are team bonuses you can also earn with GotBackup. GotBackup uses a two-team tree structure because that's what the industry, how the industry works. They use precious metals to recognize work that is done. This is not an investment. You don't come and drop your money here and expect your money to work for you. This is a project that you work at, and how you work determines how you are paid. Unlike in our traditional jobs, that no matter what you pay, whatever you work, whether you come and work for everybody at work or you choose to come and sleep at work, whatever you get is what you get, because that was what I agreed on before you started the job. Here, how you work is how you're paid. If you work more, you get a lot more, and you can run up the ranks even in a week, in a month, depending on how you work. We had a team member who got up from start to diamond in 43 days. He made over $7,000 in 43 days. I mean, I don't know which other project or industry pays that much in such a short time. But it gets more exciting here, because here, as you go up the ranks, what is due you is giving you. It is predictable, unlike it is in our traditional job. People are going to do additional courses and courses and courses, which cost even more time and energy and effort, only to get back to work to get a promotion that hardly even changes your income. Last December, I'm a medical doctor. Some of my nurses got some promotions, and I was asking them, so after all the learning and all of that, how much is the promotion bonus? It broke my heart, because what they had put in to get the promotion was not worth what they were getting. But here, put in effort, you'll be paid. But let me jump to the part that excites me most, because GotBackup gives 75% of its profit month on month to its strategic partners across the world. So wherever you are in the world, you are part of this 75%, and it's a sustainable, because unlike they promising you a fixed amount, it's a percentage. So if they make $1 million this month, 750 is coming to all of us, because we all help to make it. And if you make, they made $1 billion this year, all of that is coming to us, 75% of it. So it varies, and I know that's more sustainable than a fixed amount. So let's talk about the commission that speaks about the percentages, the cycle bonus. Let's talk about Sapphire, because that's when it starts getting exciting. So once you rank up to Sapphire, Sapphire is very easy to get to. Once you get on the project, we'll tell you about that. But all the way to Sapphire, you'll be making bonuses until you become a Sapphire. 25%, what does it mean? In this project, you leverage on the effort of your team members who are also working with you on the project. So let's say it took you 6 months. A friend of mine said he'll do 4 a month. That was going to take him to about 24 in 6 months. And I told him, wow, 24 in 6 months, you know what that means in commissions for you. Just do the maths. 50 times 24, you can imagine how much it is, which is more than what you even started with. But he gets to leverage 25% on each person who is actually doing the project with him. So let me use 10 out of the 25 people. So assuming each person is earning $1,000, each of his 24 people, let me use 10 of them earning $1,000 each this month. What does 25% mean? That means that he's going to leverage 25% of that $1,000. Of course, some people may be earning more or less, 200, 500, but whatever it is, what's a Sapphire is 25% that you're eligible to. So 25% of 1,000 is 250 US times 10. That's 2,500 USD on that cycle match for that month, or where his friends earn that much. That comes to him. This is beside what you get as customer acquisition bonus. And of course, it's capped. The system must be sustainable. So on each person, you can make just about $1,000 on them. And this is per person. It gets better. You rank up to Emerald, you rank up to a Ruby. I'm a Ruby on this project. I'm hitting Diamond very soon. You earn 50% on that. 50 times 1,000 becomes 500 times 10. That's about $5,000. It keeps getting exciting as you get into the diamond tiers on this project. And on the diamond tiers, you earn 100% of what each person is earning on the team, on your project. 100% of $1,000 is 100 times 1,000. That's $10,000. Please take a pause and look at your own life. Is it possible to earn $10,000 in the next 5 years with what you are doing right now? or in the next 15 years? Because many of us have been working at our jobs and our professions for well over 3, 4, 5 years, and we are earning the same salary. If a friend says something that even broke my heart the more, like it's so predictable what you'll be earning in December 2026 from here, because you know how much little they can add to it by December 2026. What if in the next 5 years, let me just give it a short time, in the next 5 years, you could be earning $20,000 a month, $50,000 a month. Guys, people in Ghana are earning $10,000 a month. It's happening live here. Leveraging a strategic partnership project like this. I started this by telling you that a slice of something big is worth more than all of something small. $20,000 does not shake $1 billion industry in any way. GotBackup is the only one that gives you a strategic partnership to be part of this. So I told you, I started this with dreams. If your dreams don't scare you, go and dream again, because here, dreams and impact happens every day, leveraging a project. And I know this will turn your life around for good. So this is why you go and thank the person who invited you to come see this now, because he's opened you to be part of a project I do not see end to. How to go up the ranks, very predictable. It runs across everywhere in the world. If millionaires are going to be made in tech in the US, you have a chance to be one of them here in Ghana. I can only imagine what the impact will be. You are supported in every single way. You don't do this project alone. I believe someone invited you to be here. He didn't have to explain it to you. The same process is how we're using to grow this project. Yours, invite people and keep showing up. The more you show up, the more you invite people, the more they'll understand how this is. You don't have to go do all this talking by yourself. You get a personal referral link. You deal with the organization one-on-one. You don't work through any other person. You have your landing page created for you. The email marketing systems are there for you. The tools you need are there. You have access to the online presentations that happen several times in the week. Even tonight, there's a presentation. Tomorrow, every Sunday, we meet at Mensvik Hotel at East Legon, where you can see us philly in person. Some people think we are AI tools. I'm a real human being. Come and meet the real team over there. Wednesdays, there are other presentations. Once you are plugged in, everything you need to know on the presentation times will be provided for you. Perhaps all you have is the dream to do something better. You need training and support. Just start. The training and support will be provided you so long as you are coachable and you are hungry and are ready to learn and grow this project for yourself. Because in every industry, when you get there, you have to learn the skills that will help you to grow. And this is provided for you to help you to grow. Personal development is unbeatable. You know, some of us after school, we don't know which other community to get into, learn mindset, how to do business, how to do life, how to lead, how to bring out your personal value out. GotBackup is more than just a service and an income generating opportunity and project. GotBackup is a whole community for personal development and network. The people I've met here, the links I've made, the protocols we've broken from this community is mind-blowing, and you're invited to be part of this. In fact, they are actually planning a leadership retreat upcoming very soon, which will teach you things that will reshape everything that you do. Because the world we live in now, if you don't know some things, you keep doing the same old things, and you may end up just like everybody you've seen around you. Yet people are succeeding partnering things like this. So this is a service everybody needs. Everybody with a phone needs this. You can't have a phone and not have a backup as big as GotBackup. And this is a project everybody can afford. For just $120, I just showed you how that can turn into 3x, 4x, even add more zeros to it. And now is the best time to get started, to start turning your dreams into reality. You can't end 2026 just the way you ended last year. There is opportunity for you to partner something bigger than what you did last year. The last best time for you to start was yesterday. You missed that. Today is the next best time for you to get on board. And you know you cannot rely on one income stream alone. Life is full of uncertainties. Dark times happen every time. Economic downturn, there's a whole new conversation right now happening about breaks and de-dollarization and all of that. Are you going to keep sitting down on the Ghana cedi alone and wait for de-dollarization and all of that before you can live a better life? Guys, you need to partner things that will change your life. Self-employment is becoming the game now. So at this point in time, I think I would just pause and give you the singular privilege of hearing from Professor Kweku Ohene-Asare. He is a professor in 4 universities across the world. He sits on the board of directors of GotBackup. And for him to have partnered a project like this, I had the privilege of being under his tutelage at the point in time where this project was launched, and he got on board and said, something that's changed my life forever. And having met him on this project, it's just been a fantastic time and growth since I got on. So, Prof, if you can hear me, if you can unmute and address our guest here, I'll be very happy. Good. Let me pin you up. So, guys, this is Professor Kweku Ohene Asari. Let me pin him so you can all hear and see him. Prof, the stage is yours.
Let me rename myself. I like to use my acronym Dr. KOA. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that you would join me in thanking Dr. Dorothy Hansen for the excellent exposé of what we have just seen. Would you do that honor by just typing the letter 1 or the number 1? I want to use this as a way to integrate the people on the screen. Just type excellent delivery like somebody has done, or type 1 to indicate your but of course you do have some questions, so we'll address those questions over time. I just wanted to know that she's one of the incredible people you have in the country. For those of you who do not know, she was awarded the best medical doctor in the country in 2023. Okay, one of the best medical doctors in the country. She is a specialist student in Kolebu, specializing in family practice. She's been a medical doctor for over 7 years, or over 10 years, over a decade. She's been a medical doctor over a decade. And she's the first person in Africa, to set up what is known as Zoom clinic. You'll see that pretty soon. So she's an incredible person. She's a mother. She's jungling all of this together. So it doesn't matter whether a person is busy or not. That person can do well in this. Let me tell you the story of how I see things going to be. This program, I became part of it, the first in Ghana to become part of it in 2023. And when I did, I will remember very vividly, 4 professors told me it's a joke. One professor said it's a scam. Another said it's NAM1 part 2. And another said it's not going to reach anywhere. That was in 2023. At that time, the income I made in that very week was just around $400 in a week. And they were saying that it's nothing. I wish I could show you the income that I made last month. Okay, that is over $8,000. Okay, so it just goes to tell you how significant it is for people to take advantages of the advantages. A lot of people joke when opportunities come into their life. I teach artificial intelligence in the University of Ghana Business School. I'm the head of AI in the artificial intelligence group. I'm also the head of business intelligence. I do a lot of consultation for companies. I've done a consultation for Netflix and for Google. And I'm telling you, data is everything now. Before the helicopter crashed, before Daily Graphic could report it the next day, the information superhighway has transferred that data multiple times to people live before it crashed though. And so when it was actually dancing in the air about to crash, some of the villagers were taking the video, and the video is being sent across the world. So even if you say that, I don't think I need space in my phone, somebody is going to send you a data for you to fill the space. Somebody is going to WhatsApp you, is going to email you, is going to send you something that will fill your space you claim you don't have. And for you to know that, look at the time you bought the phone and look at the space it has now. So that is one thing that shows sustainability. Data right now is oil. Artificial intelligence is a new electricity in town right now. Yesterday, we welcomed all the business analytics students in the University of Ghana, that undergraduates, into their 3rd year. And we did an orientation for them. Ladies and gentlemen, see, the top 10 companies in the world, top 10 ever in the history of the world, companies in the world, 8 of them are into data, into AI, into cloud computing. 8. So what does that tell you? If GotBackup is not going to continue, then Facebook will be dead. Because you need data. You see, Facebook itself needs data to store the videos and the pictures people post. They need that space. In fact, that is why they are about to charge people. They are about to charge you and I for uploading videos, and then they create the server for them. But they are making you addicted first. So that when they start charging you, because you are addicted, you have no choice to pay. But GotBackup members have their own data center. So we can't use their data center, even though we use only the interface. What's my point? My point I'm saying is that sustainability is determined by looking at the abundance or the need of the market. Data is needed. The top 10 companies, like I said, all of them multi-billion and multi-trillion. See, did you know that Bill Gates owned just 1% of Microsoft? Okay, she was talking about a slice of something big is better than, owning the whole. Bill Gates only owns 1% of Microsoft. And yet he's a billionaire. What will happen by the time GotBackup has increased? And there's so many people are now become aware. And just so you know, a lot of people are switching. And I get people from Dropbox and Google Drive, some of the people telling me that what is happening that people are moving to GotBackup. What is that GotBackup? Because GotBackup is giving you more space, and at the same time is giving you more money, if you like. And it's cheaper in multiple ways than all the competition. 4 times cheaper than iCloud, 3 times cheaper than Google Drive, and yet gives you more services than you can imagine. So people are switching. People are already aware of the cloud storage. What they are doing is they are switching. They are just switching. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, the total number of people in GotBackup Africa are not even up to 3,000. They are not up to 3,000. Now, Dropbox has over 700 million. Google Drive has over 1 billion. iCloud has almost 1 billion. Now, check the record. If Google Drive has over 1 billion, why do you think they've grown so high? It's not because people love the cloud storage there. No, it's because Gmail and all of those things have been intertwined with Google Drive. That's why. And now you can move everything from your Gmail to GotBackup. So when people get to know about GotBackup, which they are getting to know, you'll be surprised that the number is going to rise, but you will be at the center of things already because you would have seen it already like I've seen it already. I don't touch my salary. And the reason why I don't touch the salary is because I have GotBackup paying income for me. I haven't touched it for years. What if you are getting I tell people that what if you get an emergency call, they call you that your mother is not well, and all they needed is $10,000. If you don't take care, maybe your father might not even be able to afford that money. And so you got to have something before the dark days happen. You got to have something before dark clouds happen. You got to, in fact, there's a guy whom I registered. I didn't register. There's a guy whom Dr. Sophia registered. Oh, by the way, you see a lot of incredible professionals here. Doctors, lawyers, teachers, and they are also non-professionals. They are carpenters. They are housewives. They are unemployed here. It is a business of the people, for the people, by the people, no respecter of anything. And you have to see where we are going. Where we are going is not now. Ladies and gentlemen, what you are seeing now is because I happen to be a board member and I happen to be somebody who accepted it quickly. What you are seeing now is ahead of us. You are ahead of the time. You are aware of something that people will only become aware in 20 years' time. And when you take it well, you appreciate it. When Facebook was established in 2004, Okay, 3 friends of Mark Zuckerberg walked away from him. There were 5. 3 walked away, 2 stayed with him. This was in February 2004. February 2004. It's possible that some people here were not born. Today, Facebook has not 5 people. It has over 3.5 billion people using it. And those 3 guys told Mark Zuckerberg it's not going to work. Wisdom is the ability to see the obvious, even when the obvious is a secret. You see, it takes even knowledge to understand the knowledge I'm telling you now. Another thing you're going to benefit from GotBackup is this, and this is new. You are going to learn some things that will make you a better person. There are incredible people, including myself, because I train people. I train people to scale up their businesses. I train people to scale up their brain. A lot of people don't know how to learn or how to increase the quality of their mind. Anything you are struggling in right now, somebody is winning in that same thing. So the problem is not you. The problem is your operating system. Until what you know becomes what you do, you don't know anything. Until what you do benefits you and someone else, what you do is useless, because the evidence of knowledge is result. So if you claim that you are not getting the result in anything, you are not getting $5,000, you're not getting $10,000. If you are not getting that, but others are getting that, the difference is the knowledge. Knowledge is a differentiator. Effort is a common denominator. People wake up on a Monday morning, their heart attack rates rises by 35%. They are going to jobs that sometimes they don't love. They are fighting. Some people wake up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., going to bleed, and they will come back at the end of the month to 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 cities. Meanwhile, somebody just wake up at 9 a.m., works only to 12 o'clock for the day, is finished. He is making $100,000. What's the difference? Knowledge. So here we train you on how to improve the content of your operating system in a way that is never done in any university. It's not even a university work. It's called mentorship. Mentorship is the only legal shortcut to success. And GotBackup trains you how to create your value, submit that value to the marketplace, and that value will command its own money. You don't even need academics to do that. I'll give you an example. Trini Jonas, he insult people. President of Kings brings his value. His value some don't like, and now he has more followers than GTV. So what is it that he does that people like? Is value. What is value? Value is not academic. Value is not good or bad. Value is anything that is useful to the user. When you understand the content of what people need, you will give that. And because our fingerprints are special, everybody has a unique fingerprint. The deoxyribonucleic acid, the DNA that we all have are special. And therefore, it means there's something special you have that you can bring to the market, churn it into a form of knowledge, and that will generate income. Let me give you a typical example for you to appreciate it. Some of you are here. Can you give me any of you who are here, your professions? Give me your profession you do. Anybody can tell me what job he's doing. I want to use one of them as an example. If you are here, just tell me the job you do or your profession. I see Rosabna, you know. Give me a profession. Medical officer. Okay, Jonathan, medical officer. Like that. What else? I need another profession. Chartered accountant. Excellent. Teacher. Very good. Let's say teacher. Okay, I'm going to say take teacher. Okay, business and project analyst. That means you're a very rich man, Eugene. Let me just take a teacher, and it's a cut across all of yours. Now, as a teacher, let's assume that you are doing teaching. You are teaching mathematics. Over the years, what you didn't do, which is why you are only earning 5,000, is this. As a teacher, you should have documented the process of that mathematics you are teaching. Because you first of all prepare lesson notes, and then you go and teach. Okay, you go and teach. So what you do as a teacher is that you document. In fact, what you do as an event manager, you document the process. And we teach you how to document the process. Now, when you document the process over some time, years, that becomes a document, what you call a book. We help you. Now you convert that knowledge. You can do that in a month. You can do that in a year, depending on your speed. You convert that into a book. You see, when you write a book, you become an author. The word author comes from the word authority. So what it means is that once your book comes out, you become an authority of that subject. Now, anytime somebody wants to hear from an authority, whom do you think they are going to call? They are going to call you because you have a book that supports that. Now, over the years, you will see people will be buying the book. It won't happen immediately, but it would have happened by now if you had started that some years back. Now, you buy the book. Let's say the book is just 30 Ghana cedis. If 1 million Ghanaians over time, not enough, if 1 million Ghanaians over a period of 5 years should buy that book at 30 Ghana cedis each, that is 30 million Ghana cedis. That is not even the money I'm talking about. Now, hold on. Because you are an expert, by the time you realize TV3 is inviting you, Metro is inviting you, GTV is inviting you, anytime it comes to something related to that subject matter, your value is commanded. Because you have that knowledge, you also created a social media presence. We teach you. Your social media presence will be discussing the content of this book when you were starting to write it. Over time, your social media content will be flooded. People start subscribing to the channel. Your channel will be monetized. Your value will start increasing. By the time you realize the United Nations something is inviting you to several places across African places and European places to educate people the same thing you did. By the time you realize TED is inviting you, TED Talks is inviting you to come and give speeches at places like that. Your value of that same job you are doing, which you never thought of the different ways of multiplying that knowledge, is now multiplying and your income is increasing. It takes knowledge to even understand the knowledge I just said. And we teach you all of this. You can't do it yourself. You need a mentor. You need a giant whose shoulder you can stand on to help you there. This is all part of the GotBackup arena. Forget about even the service and the income. This is another huge benefit you get. I train people on this. They pay me $5,000 every 6 months, okay, on this. And I'm bringing some of these to the GotBackup family for free. If I were to charge you, you will pay $5,000, but you have it for free for paying what, $120 a year. Talking about $120, if you don't have that money right now, it means you are broke. That means you need an emergency this thing right now. If you cannot afford $120, which is just about $1,500, it means that whatever you have been doing up until now hasn't been working. Join GotBackup. And let me help you. Within a year, you fire your boss. Because you will be making an income that is unimaginably more than 10,000 Ghana cedis. And that is why. Yeah. And by the way, ladies, this is also not an advertisement. If you don't want to do it, it's also fine. Because I can promise you from today till the end of the year, you will see a lot of people will be coming to GotBackup. We are in 164 countries. When I joined GotBackup, we were just 82 countries. Ghana was country number 82. And those professors told me it won't reach anywhere. Today, it is 164. There are only 195 countries in the world. What do you think will happen as the years rolled on? There will be more countries coming in. There will be more countries coming. We'll cover the entire face of the world. People will get to know it. What will happen? By the time people are coming, you see, the system works in such a way that when you're already in the system and people are coming, whatever they do, the company will be paying you. That's why we make some very crazy income. Others don't understand. The income you are going to be paid is not based on what you did. In fact, what you did, you will later realize that what you did is just 20%. Majority of your income, 80% of your income is coming from what you didn't do. Others did for you because of the system that is in place. You have a choice. Your dreams are calling you. You can say that I won't do it. Forget about it. Or you can say, I'll just give it a shot. Whatever happens will happen. Sometimes fear makes people not take chances. Fear is an acronym standing for false evidence appearing real. Fear can paralyze you, can weaken you. Okay. A child can be locked into a dark room. The mother will stand outside and say, there's a snake in the room. The child will start crying. The child can die out of fear. There's no snake, but fear can kill. Those professors who told me that this was not going to go anywhere, if I had listened to them, I would not be earning way more than all of them, their income combined. All four of them. They now see me in places I go to. They see me in the cars I drive. They say that it's juju. Some of them say it's juju. but it's supposed to be juju because knowledge creates juju. King Solomon's income was so beautiful that that knowledge, which was godly, was so much income driven that if Solomon was in Ghana here, they would have said he had juju. You got to have knowledge. It is the only asset that creates, that multiplies every other asset in life. And if you are struggling in anything, spiritually, marriage, anything, your level of knowledge is weak in that area. Financially, you can earn more than what you are earning. In fact, everyone here can double or triple or quadruple whatever you are earning here. I can promise you that because I have 6 times my income here in just 2 years. 6 times my salary. That's why I don't touch the salary. So what shows you can't 6 times your salary? Under my tutelage, under our guide. What shows you can't do that? Unless you're arrogant, unless you want to do things by yourself. But if you are hungry, humble, coachable, teachable, I promise you the next 2 years of your life, you will be happy. Dr. Dorothy, back to you.
Wow.
You're muted, by the way. Yeah.
I was just here soaking more knowledge. It's like the more I interact, the more I get to interact with you, the more I even learn from you. And that's just the beauty of the community we have here. So thank you so much for taking time off your busy schedule. I know you are very busy just to make time for this unique meeting. And I sincerely appreciate it. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Kwekon Hinyasa. If you learned and got something new, you just put some reactions in the chat just to appreciate him. I'll be very grateful if you could do that for us. So if you have any questions, we have just 2 minutes to pick up a few questions. You can put your questions in the chat box and then we'll attend to it. I saw someone, I hope he's still on the call. He was asking how you can use AI for, is he still here, Francis or so, or he's off the call? He was asking how you could use AI for marketing or something like that. I think he's dropped off the call. Yeah. I want to know how to use AI to make online business markets. I mean, that's not the subject of tonight, this morning's presentation. Any questions, please? I can see your reactions in there. If there was, is it possible to share the presentation? I lost connection. The recording will be shared with you if you lost the connection. I need training on how to move. Don't worry. You also a team member, you are connected. You get the training, the videos on how to migrate your stuff, right? I can't see any other questions coming in. So I'm going to ask you 2 questions. If you're here for the first time, if you've never heard of this, which part excites you the most? The service, the income, or both? Which part excites you the most? Perhaps you can put a 3 in the chat for me. Which part of everything you heard today, the knowledge, the income, or all 3 combined? Which one excites you the most? All 3 combined, maybe you can put a C in there for me. The service one, and then any other option one. Perhaps you could put that in the chat. I'll be excited to see how connected you were today. All three has come in for you, Jen. I'm waiting for others. So you can speak to the person who invited you to this call. The person will show you the next steps to take. We are starting another beautiful year. You hold the pen in your hands. You get to draw how the year ends for you. I know this is something that you have prayed for. God has answered. God answers our prayers in mysterious ways. And this is one of the ways God is answering a prayer you said. Yours is to take action because God gets involved only when we start taking action. We get his attention when we pray, but he only gets his involvement when we take action. He's waiting on you. Your society is waiting on you. Your family is waiting on you to do this. Someone will turn back and thank you later for helping them to do something that they couldn't have ever done if it wasn't for leveraging a project that expanded their income. Thank you all so much for the call. I can't see any questions coming in. Special thanks to you, Dr. Sari, for joining us for this unique presentation. The recording is available.